Now, this is going to sound like it's been a run back story, okay? Sam Brinton, you remember who Sam Brinton is, right? Well, I'll give you a little bit of a refresher. Used to work for the Department of Energy as a nuclear waste technician and had a perchance likes to wear women's dresses and was going through a bit of a rough time. Had to go to Las Vegas, I do believe, and left the airport with a little bit more than he went with, but it's just a mix-up. And then it happened in Minneapolis as well, and it's oopsie daisy. It went from just being a one-off accident to maybe a bit of a pattern. But then there was also this other story in the background that was just kind of lingering, and there was some tweet threads that were popping up that I recognize that. Ooh, I recognize that as well. Hey, wait a minute. I designed that. Yo, that dude stole my stuff as well. And that's what this comes back to. So, non-binary ex-Biden nuclear official Sam Brinton arrested for being a fugitive from justice. Holy. Former Biden administration nuclear official who was axed late last year after they were caught red-handed in a string of luggage thefts was arrested at home this week, police confirmed. Samuel Brinton, 35, was taken into custody at their home in Rockville, Maryland at 10 p.m. Wednesday, the Montgomery Police Department told the Post on Thursday. Brinton is currently in custody pending charges of grand larceny stemming from allegations of stolen property at Ronald Reagan National Airport. That was the department learned of in November of this year, the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority said. A lawyer for Tanzanian fashion designer Asya Khamsin later told the Post that the charges are related to her missing suitcase, and there it is. Arrest records show that Brinton, who is non-binary and uses they pronouns, they can get the fuck in a jail cell, was arrested on the 700 block of College Parkway as a fugitive from justice. They're being held at the Montgomery County Central Processing Unit and with a no bond status as they are awaiting an extradition hearing. Yeah, kind of a career criminal that's right here. But no, there's no correlation between a gender non-binary status and mental health illness and overall just societal degeneracy. No, of course, why would you say something so accurate? No, someone claiming to be the neighbor of Brinton and Ranke, told the Daily Wire on Thursday, oh good, you guys care about honest journalism when it's easy targets. Go figure. That 4 unmarked police cars showed up at the residence last night and escorted Brinton away in handcuffs an hour later. Had to make sure that the makeup was done up nicely. So nice. There was no SWAT team or anything like that showed up for an actual felon. Hilarious. News of Brinton's alleged arrest comes 1 month after he pleaded no contest to charges stemming from the theft of a woman's luggage at the Las Vegas Harry Reid International Airport in July of 2022. Yep, there he is, right there, on camera, with his own carry-on. And then also a lady's. In exchange for a plea deal, Brinton was ordered to pay the woman back and given a 180-day suspended sentence, which is, of course, when you have a history of somebody doing stuff like that and, ordered to stay, 500 yards away from an airport. Oh, no, that's another unrelated charge, and it's not an airport, it's preschools. Days later, Brinton agreed to undergo a mental health evaluation. They're like, wow, we've never seen somebody with numbers so far off the chart, as part of an adult diversion program. Okay, hearing stemming from similar charges related to a theft at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport in September of 2022. Although the MWAA declined to elaborate on the case, Khamsin's lawyer, Peter Hansen, confirmed to the Post Thursday his client provided information on the clothing that was searched for at Brinton's residence last week. The Tanzanian designer shared images of the MIT grad wearing her stolen custom clothing in February. Which, if you're going to go ahead and pose proudly in a whole bunch of degenerate shit, make sure that it's, just off the rack stuff that can't inexorably tie you to somebody. But yeah, we got more. We got a little bit more on this. Disgraced ex-nuclear official Sam Brinton is facing a grand larceny charge. Yeah, it just got worse for our little sticky-fingered friend because he's a thief. Not for other obvious reasons, of the theft of an African designer's clothing, according to the alleged victim's lawyer. May languish in jail for up to a month, not a month, before being extradited to Washington, D.C. In February, Tanzanian fashion designer Asya Khamsin shared images of Brinton wearing clothing she made, which had been reportedly stolen from Reagan National Airport in 2018. Khamsin's lawyer, Peter Hansen, confirmed to the Post his client provided information that the clothing was searched for. And yeah, we ran side-by-side comparisons back in the day, and you can see right there. Haven't seen this picture before, for comparison's sake, but goddamn, that looks awfully fucking close. It's just apparently that design was much more fitting to a woman as opposed to a Joker cosplayer. Anyways, he stated the investigation into Khamsin's stolen items has been ongoing throughout the spring, and confirmed the award-winning designer recently provided images of Brinton in her designs and the pictures of those designs on models or on Khamsin herself to show that they were the same articles. Yeah, no, that all seems to check out. In an interview with the Post in February, Khamsin recalled being confused. So this was in February, right? Jeez, days are just coming and going at this point in time, hey? About how Brinton came to own the brightly colored, one-of-a-kind frocks she has designed for annual fashion show in Tanzania. Now, Brinton, it just, it normally gets poked all the time, so the additional inoculations to come into Tanzania, it wasn't too much of a burden for him, and he just bought them from the other guy who stole the luggage from the airport. No, just kidding. He just, cut out the middleman on that one. Didn't leave a tip, though. She had brought the clothes to Washington, D.C. to show them at another event when her luggage disappeared from the travel hub almost 5 years ago, leaving her unable to partake in the fashion show. Khamsin, who splits her time between Tanzania and Houston, similar demographics, also said she had initially reported the theft to the FBI, and they're like, yeah, we don't really care. How's white supremacy at play on this one? Did you have any Patriot Front uniforms in your stolen luggage? Because we're kind of missing a few right now, and we got to go plan a rally. Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority Police, MWAA, also said first became aware of the allegations of stolen property in February of 2023. Sure thing, when Khamsin's missing clothing first came to the public's attention. Brinton, 35, is a dog play enthusiast, and if you don't know, well, don't worry about it. Your life is better off because of it. Served as Biden administration's Deputy Assistant Secretary for Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition from June through December of 2022. Very short tenure, but boy, was it memorable. When they were axed for being caught red-handed in a pair of brazen luggage thefts in Minnesota and Las Vegas, cases of which have been resolved with, yes, two incidences of stealing people's luggage months apart, and you got a fine and a slap on the wrist and 180-day suspended sentence, which means you don't have to go to jail. But if you're a bad boy, which maybe that's why the unmarked police cars had to wait for an hour, because he was being an exceptionally bad boy, then you wouldn't have to go to jail. But now, oopsie daisy, Brinton was arrested in Montgomery County Police Department, working in conjunction with the MWAA police, and is currently being held at the Montgomery County Central Processing Unit to await an extradition hearing on June 14th. Yay! He's going to be, well, for him, he's probably also making that noises as well, taking a look at his compatriots in jail. Yay! I get to stay in jail. Oh no, this is gonna be terrible, boys. I just keep dropping everything that I have. Oh boy. Brinton's mother, Peggy Jo, who did a terrible job, told the Post that she didn't know her child had recently been arrested. Yeah, because there's kind of a terrible upbringing story that at least Sam alleges. It's like, oh, my parents, they were just terrible religious conservatives that wouldn't let me live my life of degeneracy and thievery. Earlier on Thursday, a source claiming to be Brinton's neighbor told the Daily Wire, four unmarked cars, blah, blah, blah. News of the new charges against Brinton come 1 month after he pleaded no contest. And yeah, I got that very light sentence, but at least we have more specifics right here. In exchange for the plea deal, Brinton was ordered to pay $3,670.74 in restitution and given a 180-day suspended jail sentence. Days later, he also agreed to undergo a mental health evaluation. I wonder how that worked out. As part of an adult diversion program at a hearing stemming from similar charges related to a theft in Minneapolis-St. Paul. Yeah, we've already heard that. Brinton's husband, are you having a laugh? Kevin Reich did not immediately respond to the Post her request for comment, probably too busy crying into a pillow without the loving embrace of Sam on his hips. You know, man, I'm not going to say just because they chose to, and I'm not just using, pronouns or anything like that. I'm just talking about that community. Just because they choose to live their life in such extravagant, weird, haram, evil ways. No judgment. Doesn't mean that they're all criminals, but boy, is there a close correlation between mental health problems, criminality, and now we're starting to see with this alphabet community. It really does get the old noggin jogging why the government wants to step in and try to take care of them. And by the government, I mean the Democrats, because even as weak and limp-wristed right now it is, I don't think I'd see a Republican putting on a dude in a women's frock with a Freddie Mercury mustache up on stage. Yeah, I don't really think that would be happening on one side of the aisle. But no, that's only for right now. We're, probably like 5 years off of that before Mitt Romney says, well, actually, the Democrats are the real transphobes. Ugh. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.